Sejumlah saksi telah diperiksa, termasuk barang bukti telah disita. Terbaru, polisi telah menemukan barang bukti baru yang diduga rekaman Agus tengah beraksi.
Pemirsa, korban kasus dugaan pelecehan seksual yang dilakukan oleh seorang penyandang disabilitas di Nusa Tenggara Barat bertambah.
Polda Nusa Tenggara Barat menggelar rekonstruksi kasus dugaan pelecehan seksual yang dilakukan penyandang disabilitas Iwayan.
Kita ke berita lainnya, pemirsa. Seorang pemuda penyandang disabilitas di Kota Mataram, Nusa Tenggara Barat ditetapkan sebagai tersangka kasus dugaan kekerasan seksual dengan korban mahasiswa.
Hello everyone, I'm Nandinda. Here I will discuss the case of harassment committed by Iwayan Agus Suartama, or better known as Agus Buntung. Background: the case of alleged sexual abuse involving 21 years old Iwayan Agus Suartama, also known as Agus Buntung, a person with a disability, continues to attract public attention. The man from West Nusa Tenggara, NTB, was named as a suspect in the alleged harassment of 50 women, including minors. The legal process that began on December 9, 2024, received widespread attention from the public and raised various big questions among the community. How could a person with a disability be involved in acts of sexual harassment? Agus Buntung named a suspect. Agus Buntung has been officially named a suspect following a report from a student who claimed to be one of his victims. According to police information, Agus utilized emotional manipulation and psychological threat to force the victim to follow his wishes. The investigation began with a report a homestay, which was the location of several incidents. The police conducted a reconstruction by acting all 49 scenes depicting the acts of sexual harassment committed by Agus against his victim. Agus' threats to the victim were also revealed in the viral footage, where he said he would mentally kill the victim if she reported this. Such threats add to the psychological pressure on the victim and increase the urgency of legal protection. After the evidence in the form of video and voice recording began to be revealed, the public became increasingly enraged. Modus operandi: police said the Agus allegedly treat a victim by revealing their shame and use manipulative means to approach victim, one of which was pretending to need help as a person with a disability. This was used to gain the victim trust before taking them to the scene. In some cases, Agus asked victim to pay a homestay fee of 500 on the grounds that he did not have cash. Once the victim was in the room, Agus took advantage of the situation to commit act of harassment. 4 victims have submitted protection requests to the Witness and Victim Protection Agency (LPSK), reporting significant psychological distress. Legal process: after receiving information from the homestay, the NTB police team revealed that Agus had indeed visited the homestay several times. The NTB police ensured that the legal process took place transparently, including by conducting a thorough examination and reconstruction of the case to reveal the details of the incident. The Entebbe police decided to detain Agus at home due to limited facilities in detention house that were not disability friendly and efforts to fulfill the right of persons with disabilities in the justice system, where adequate facilities are very important to support a fair and humane process. As a result of his actions, Agus has now been named as a suspect and charged with Article 6C of Law Number 12 of 2022 concerning Criminal Act of Sexual Violence (TPKIs) and is threatened with the following charge: maximum prison sentence of 12 years. Public response and awareness raising. The Agus Buntung case triggered calls to raise awareness about the importance of fighting sexual harassment, which is considered a threat to social safety and dignity. It not only harms the victim but also undermines the social fabric of society. Therefore, it is important to conduct anti-social harassment education and campaigns, as well as increase public awareness and vigilance. Collaborative efforts between the government, the community, and law enforcement agencies are needed to ensure that similar cases do not occur in the future. As women, it is important to understand how to protect ourselves and have the courage to speak up when faced with sexual harassment. Here is a complete guide on how we can protect ourselves, understand our rights, and speak up when facing sexual harassment as women. 1. Understand your right. As a woman, everyone has the right to be treated with respect and to be free from violence, harassment, and discrimination, including women. In many countries, the law protects women's right to live safely without feeling threatened or disturbed by unwanted action. Respecting your right means on understanding that one has the right to touch or speak to you in a way that makes you feel uncomfortable. 2. Recognize the sign of sexual harassment. Sexual harassment can take many forms, from disrespectful comments, unwanted physical touching, to threatening action. Some common signs of sexual harassment include 1. Derogatory or sexual suggestive comments or jokes. 2. Inappropriate physical touch without permission, such as grabbing, groping, or kissing. Next, behavior or speech that make you feel uncomfortable or threatened. Next, step to protect yourself. A. Maintain physical and psychological distance. Maintaining physical distance from people you don't know or who already make you feel uncomfortable in the first step to self. Next, protection. If someone approaches too closer or act aggressively, try to maintain a comfortable distance. Next, dress with confidence. While clothing is not the cause of harassment, dressing comfortable and confidently can help you feel safe. Try to choose clothes that you feel comfortable in and don't leave room for others to perceive you as more vulnerable. Next, don't hesitate to ask for help if you feel threatened. Find a crowded place or go to someone you can trust. Don't feel ashamed to seek help or shout out. Attracting the attention of people around you can reduce the potential for harassment. Next, how to speak up when facing sexual harassment. 1. Speak up firmly. One of the most effective ways to deal with harassment is to speak up firmly. When someone violates your boundaries, say clearly and firmly that their actions are not acceptable. For example, I'm not comfortable with this. Please stop. What you are doing now is crossing the line. I don't like it. Don't touch me. Use sentences that make the offender realize the mistake. Sometimes perpetrators do not realize that their actions are wrong. Sentences like, what you are doing is harassment. It is wrong. I won't shut up if you keep doing it. This sentence can give a firm impression that their behavior is unacceptable and you are not afraid to speak up about it. Don't let fear stop you. Sometimes there is a feeling of fear of the abuser's reaction, especially if they are stronger or more powerful. However, it is important to remember that your right to feel safe outweighs fear. Even if the perpetrator threatens or tries to intimidate you, you have the right to fight back and get justice. Next, don't stay silent for too long. In the event of sexual harassment, the sooner you act, the easier it will be to stop the act. Don't be afraid to speak up. Okay guys, that's our discussion and hopefully this discussion can be an education for women out there. Thank you. Bye guys.